So, you're tired of settling for just a 1-to-1 risk-to-reward ratio. Let me introduce to you the Moneymaker 2.0, a powerful upgrade to the original Moneymaker setup, designed to double your rewards. With this new version, we're fine-tuning the entry to the 0.666 of the zone, which allows us to secure a solid 2R on every trade. Stick around as I break down how this simple tweak can boost your profits while keeping risk low. But before we get into the video, I want to congratulate the traders that got funded. So Casa del Sol secured his Top Step account using the Moneymaker, the Golden Bullet, and some Glitch Pro Max. Congratulations, man. Your work is crazy. STX, on the other hand, secured 10 Apex 50k accounts using the Moneymaker and the Golden Bullet setup. Josh, in the other hand, secured a 25k account, and 10 days later, he secured a 50k and another 50k today. So congratulations, traders. You guys nailed it. Okay, before we dive in, I want to remind you that everything I do here is completely free. No hidden charges, no paid services. Our Discord community, which is also free, is growing strong with over 2,000 members, all filled with positive energy and a genuine desire to help each other succeed. If you are not already part of it, make sure to join us and become part of this amazing community. The link is in the pinned comment below. So, let's dive into the inspiration behind this upgrade. The number 666 is often seen as an angel number, representing balance, harmony, and positive energy. The number 6 has always been a personal favorite of mine, symbolizing growth, progress, and opportunity. In fact, I even did my best to make sure my apartment is number 6. So when it came to refining the Moneymaker setup, it felt natural to work with the 0.666 level. So by adjusting our entry from the standard 50% to the 0.666 level, we've unlocked a 2-to-1 risk-to-reward ratio, boosting profits while keeping risk minimal. Let me show you how this small change can make a huge difference. With a 2R reward-to-risk ratio, traders only need 33% win rate to break even, which is a significant shift from the typical 1R setup. For those of you who already maintain a 50% win rate, the Moneymaker 2.0 can dramatically increase your profitability. So by entering trades at the 0.666 level and targeting a 2R, you create more room for profits even if your win rate fluctuates. This means that even a modest win rate can lead to consistent gains, allowing you to capitalize on those winning trades more effectively while still keeping losses minimal. So for those who are new, the Moneymaker setup is a market structure trading model. We needed to enter from the 50% of a precedent zone. The zone needed to be valid. And if you want to learn more about the zones, you can guys watch the playlist that will appear at the end of the video. Okay? So we entered at the 50% of the zone and we targeted the 1-to-1. Okay? So you needed more than 50% win rate here to be profitable, which is very doable. But now for the Moneymaker 2.0, we need to use a gun box, right? So you take a gun box and you input these settings. Okay? So 0, 0.5, 0.666, and 1. Okay? I will tell you why the 0.5 is still relevant. Alright? So, instead of entering blindly at the 50%, we wait and put our limits at the 0.666. Okay? So, same, and we take profits at the 1-to-1. Okay? So, you can take this, or you can still have more RR by targeting the week high. You just need to make sure you are in sync with the market. Okay? Now here's why the 0.5 is still important. Okay? So if price touch the 0.5 and give the 1-to-1, you delete your entry at the 0.666. Because usually what happens that we had some kind of flip in here that will be mitigated and then market will run this stop loss. Alright? If price mitigates the 30%, gives a first tap, and then comes to the 0.666, you can still take the trade for a 2R. Okay? Like that. Third scenario, price will do lower lows, mitigate the 0.666, and give you the 2R. Okay? Fourth scenario, price can go directly to the 666 level and give you the 2R. So you only delete your entry when price mitigates the 50% and give the 1-to-1 for the money maker. In this case, you just delete it, okay? Now, let's go and see some real-time examples. Now, let's see this live on Nasdaq price action from yesterday, okay? So we had this bearish zone here. So price validated this zone by closing under it, right? And they touched the 50%. They just shy of the 0.666. They fall before giving us a trade. So this is not a trade. Or if you took it with the money maker, the normal one, this was a trade. So I need to tell you guys that with the 0.666 level trades, you will miss more trades than with the money maker or the silver bullet, okay? Now, next zone. We wait for price to close under here, okay? Giving us this zone, right? So this is now our zone, right? Confirmed by price closing under this low, right? So we take it from the 0.666 level, limits at 0.66 level, stops above the highs, and we target the low of the zone, okay? You can also target the wick low, right? So price touched the 0.5 here, but never gave the 1-to-1. So we still keep our limits till price tags us, and then here, and it gave an instant 2R trade, right? So that's our first win. I will count it as 2, so we can know how much RR we will make for this day, okay? I will take every zone I can see just to stress test it. So when price closes again under this zone, we had now this bullish zone, right? So when we close under here, we enter in here, right? And that's, as you can see, a loss, right? So that's 1R lost, okay? So we are still up 1R, okay? So price in here is trying to come back to mitigate something in here. So now we wait for a valid pullback. We have now our bearish zone, okay? So I'm bringing my gun box, entering at the 0.666 and targeting the 1-to-1, right? So this is now another 2R. Okay, so price never closed under here, and then they went up. So no losses for us here. I can see some wins on the 50 seconds here, but we don't care about this 15 second now. Okay, so valid pullback, the price went up. Okay, we wait for a new valid pullback, which happened in here. Okay, so we bring our gun box, right? This zone got validated by us closing above here, right? But price never touches the 50%, and we have a new break of structure, right? So we delete that limit, and our zone is now this one, okay? Here, as you can see, price touches the 50% and gave the 1-to-1. So you delete your limit in here, and then you can see that it was a loss, right? So we took this liquidity into this fair value gap, and then we wait for price to close above this high, which happened in here, right? So this is now my new zone, okay? And I'm entering from the 50%. So price never made it to the 50%, but did the lower low situation, okay? So I'm entering from the 50%, and I'm taking my 2Rs, okay? Cool. So that's another 2R for yesterday, okay? We are 6 and 1, okay? Now, when price closes above this, which happened here, now this one is now my new zone, okay? So price closes here, right? and went here to the 50% and gave the 1-to-1. So I'm not trading that zone anymore. Okay, I'm waiting for a new zone to be created. So this is our new zone now, but price just was flying up. Okay, now next valid pullback was here. All right, so it was A plus plus with accumulation and displacement, right? So we enter at the 60%, 0.666, and we get our 2-to-1. Okay, so that's our 8R, 1R lost for the day. Okay, but here you can see that price printed lower lows mitigating this zone. Okay, so when we closed under this was a bearish zone. All right, so price never touched the 50% and gave the 1-to-1, so we can keep our limits in and target 2R. So that's another 2R for yesterday. Okay, again, when we closed under this zone, it made it valid, right? Again, we made the higher high situation to the 0.666, so the entry is still valid. We enter and we target our 2R. So that's another 2R. Okay, now look, when we mitigate the A++ zone, we just stop taking those trades, right? But if you are on the second time frame, that's another zone here, right? So look, this is second time frame zone. I can see it from here. Sorry, the gun box. And you can take the 0.66 and it gave you the 1 or the 2R, right? So the moment we close above this zone, right? So this is now bullish price action. You are not allowed to take any bearish zone in here. Okay, so we're waiting for new entries. So no tag for this zone. Now we break structure again here. So this is our new zone. I don't think they gave us the entry here, right? So they gave the normal money makers. Okay, cool. This is now our zone. So they just went and kept bossing, right? So here was another loss. Okay, so 2R lost, right? So when they closed above this, now we are in bearish price action. Okay, so when we closed above this, right, we enter from the 666 for a 2R, right? Now this setup is crazy, guys, because you can make lots of money with this now. I see price mitigating a lot the 0.66 levels as of late. That's why I decided to share this setup I was keeping for myself, right? So that's another 2 wins. Okay, again, we close under here, same situation. The 50% never gave the 1-to-1, so we keep our entry and they tag just the 0.66 level, and we have our 2R win. Okay, I can go for days, right? So price is still printing the same thing over and over and over and over. Okay, look at those wins, man. Today, this is still happening today. Okay, so I think you got the idea. And I hope you guys will use this wisely to help your family members in need or just change your life. I don't want this video to be long, so I will just stop it here. I wish you guys good luck and good trading. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any futures update. And if you want to dive deeper into the Moneymaker setup, check out the playlist that will pop up in the end screen. It's packed with everything you need to get started. Remember, everything I do is free, including our thriving Discord community. Join us and let's keep growing together. Ciao, ciao.